So Valorant have just tweeted out the brand new beefy patch notes that are going to be taking place and being implemented tomorrow. I'm going to break down exactly what it means for us as the Valorant community and if they're good or negative updates. Some of them are a little bit fishy for me. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. I post a new video every single day and I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so why not hit that subscribe button? But without any further ado, let's jump into the first patch note. So the first patch note is gameplay and balance. Now the first bit is weapon updates. You will no longer enter the walking accuracy state when transitioning from run to stop. We noticed many players are entering a walking accuracy state during their run to stop transition that made it appear as if shots they fired / landed were done at full speed. So this has been a massive issue. When you are moving, it's been a huge problem when you stop because the little crosshair or your crosshair isn't shrinking enough and the accuracy is just all over the place. So they've fixed that, which is a really good bonus. And then they've gone into dead zone accuracy, which is the speed threshold is 25 to 30%. Now that you can't gain walk accuracy whilst transitioning from a run to a stop, we've also slightly increased the size of the dead zone full accuracy state to make it a bit easier to get an accurate shot off quickly. They're all really good patch notes. Next up, they've gone into the rifles. Recovery time on all rifles has been updated, which should make tap and bursts firing more efficient. Inaccuracy is accrued anytime the weapon is refired prior to a complete duration of a weapon's prospective gun recovery time. Base walk accuracy is 0.6 to 0.8. Basically, each gun, the recovery time has been decreased, which is really good for the lower tier and for the higher tier players, meaning everyone should be bursting their weapons, not just firing and hoping they get good RNG. So it's going to really help us improve our accuracy in the game. And they've done this across the Vandal, Phantom, Bulldog and Guardian and small rifles, basically every single gun minus the shotguns. Next up, we have the agent updates. These are the juiciest bits. They're my favorite parts of this update. First one being Sage. The slow orb zone duration decreased from 9 to 7 seconds. The slow orb from 65 to 50%. And we all know Sage is OP. We decided to try and reduce some of her stopping power whilst allowing her to fulfill her role as the premier staller in Valorant. These changes aim to reduce the overall efficiency of her slow orb. Essentially, they're chaining back to back. So basically, she's not going to have such a long slow, which hopefully can really impact those games, especially when she kind of uses that with a brimstone ult. It's just a deadly weapon waiting to happen, and I'm glad that it gives us, as the other players, the other non-Sage players, a chance to fight her. Next up, you have Cypher, and Cypher's cage no longer slows enemies that move through it. This was such a needed update. Also, his spy cam cooldown was decreased from 30 to 45 seconds. So they've actually increased that, which is, it's really good because his spy cam is just very, very overpowered. It goes invisible. You can't really see it unless it's fired after X amount of time. And overall, they've really listened to the community on this update, and a lot of new implements have happened. So well done to everyone that has been tweeting them, putting stuff online. It's really had a big impact. Then you've got Omen. Omen's dark cover smoke duration has been increased. So basically, Omen's increased, which is fair enough. I feel like his smokes weren't really long enough, considering they're such like a key point of him, although they're his signature ability. His dark cover smoke projectile is speeding increased, and his dark cover cooldown increased from 30 to 35. So Omen has had a complete buff on all of his smoke projectiles. Viper's snake bite radius increased from 350 to 450, and we're increasing the snake bite's radius to match other area denial abilities, which is fair enough. She's got one of the weakest area denial abilities out of all the other agents. And then we've got Brimstone, Phoenix, and Viper. We see you bunny hoppers out there jumping through Incendiary, Fireball, and Snake Bite while taking no damage. We don't want to completely negate this skill, but we also don't want it to trivialize a whole set of character abilities. So the height required to jump out of damage in has been higher, and the Snake Bite, Fireball, and Incendiary damage tick speed is increased, which is a very good thing, to be honest. You shouldn't be able to bunny hop through everything. I think you should be able to bunny hop through Sage's slow, but I don't think an incendiary grenade, you jump in like 2 foot above it, should actually stop any damage. So I think that's a really good addition. So next up, they've got the agent ability credit cost tuning. Now, I'm not going to go into this in too much detail. I'm going to leave it on screen so you guys can read. I'm just going to break down this for you. So the Sage Barrier costs has gone up. The Raise Blast Pack has gone up. The Phoenix Curveball has gone up. The Brimstone Incendiary has gone up. And the Jet's Updraft has been reduced. So Jet's Updraft was definitely a needed reduction. All of her abilities feel like they should be cheaper in general because she's a very solo-based agent, not so much of a team impact. However, Sage's Barrier Orb was a must-needed increase. You shouldn't be able to max out all of her abilities on the pistol round, so that will definitely help out the enemy team or the opposing team in those stances. The Agent Armor has also been carried over from prior rounds. This is really good because it means that you don't have to rebuy. And in the max credit cap, total credit cap is reduced from 12,000 to 9,000. Basically noticing that some people are trolling, some people are just keeping their states. It just means that it's not going to be too underbalanced or too overbalanced if it's very one-sided. So it just make ecoing a lot more balanced overall for the gameplay experience. Then we've got the character updates. We've got Sova's Owl Drone now includes a layer of sound for engine rotors, which is basically, it's really cool. It's like a really new added sound. It's a lot better than the drone that it had. It was really horrible to listen to, and it would block out way too much enemy sounds, which were the complaints about it. So you'll still be able to hear like footsteps. For example, if Omen goes into his teleporter ability, you're just able to hear a lot more. Okay, and then we've got the map updates to end the updates, and that is the Split, Heaven, all of them basically. They've got barrier locations that have moved. They've got attack barrier has been pushed from A to main. Everything's been moved very slightly. So it's just going to mean that the rotations at the start of the games are going to be a lot more balanced. For example, one team isn't going to be a little bit pushed further forward to stop the enemy attacking. Everyone's going to have equal distance. That was a massive issue with the game, and I'm glad they've definitely tackled that full on. And they've done that on every single one. And then Split, Heaven and Bind, they've added fixes for Cypher's spy cam exploits, especially huge exploits where you can actually hide it out of sight, completely off of the map. So I'm glad they've done that. And then they've done spots for Sova's Recon Dart, which is, again, a really good addition. Then you have minor changes like the HUD and UI. Teammates Armor is now shown on the scoreboard, which is something I really wish they added already. But it's just really good to keep an eye on eco, your whole team's eco, who's got what, and just know exactly what's being played in the right positions. You don't want anyone who's not got armor but has gone and bought and not ecoed a pistol. So it's just really good additions. And then you've got general bug fixes, which I'm going to leave up on screen, and you can just read through those. A lot of these are very minor, but again, it just shows that Riot as a developer are really listening to us as the community, and I'm really excited to see where Valorant actually goes. It's such a good game, and it's got so much potential. I hope they continue to listen to the Reddit AMAs. I hope they continue to listen to the tweets, the DMs, the YouTube videos. They listen to every single thing. And if you do have an issue with anything, guys, do contact them on Discord. I'll leave the official Valorant Discord in the description, and I'm also going to put a link to the patch notes in the description too. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. For now, it's been Bitter Online. Much love, everyone, and peace.